Sorry, sorry. I was just jamming to the music. You probably can't hear it well because I probably have it turned down so you can actually hear what I'm saying. But it's bumping. So hello everybody, my name is Blazo Glory and welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Although you probably gathered that by the title here that says Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. So before we get started, I'll give you a little heads up. Number one, the face cam probably isn't going to be as good on this one as my other standalone videos because I'm using my webcam, not my DSLR, because from what I understand this game... Ooh, I like that symbol. That's pretty neat. But from what I understand, this is gonna take more time than the DSLR would allow me to do. Like, I'm probably gonna have to shoot an hour plus worth of video and then edit it down to less than half that. We'll see how it goes though. So the quality on that's gonna not be as good, but hey, it's still content, right? Secondly, I'll give you a list of my qualifications. So my first degree was in automotive engineering. At the time it was called automotive analysis and repair. So I've got a degree in car. Like, the first time I went to college to work on cars, and I have an actual degree in that. Secondly, I was a mechanic for a little over 5 years professionally before I decided to get out of that racket and start doing IT, largely because flat rate pay sucks. The real ones out there know what flat rate pay is. Ugh. Thirdly, I don't know what number we're on. I do hold 4 separate ASE certifications. I've got one for generalization, I've got one for engines, one for transmissions, and one for electronics. I used to be certified and licensed to work or to inspect vehicles. So that certification goes away after a few years of not actually renewing it. But I used to be certified as a blurt out the state in which I currently live here, state inspector. I also have certifications in Ford and Toyota. So I guess you could say I know my way around a car a wee bit. And I'm gonna try this game. Fuck your tutorial. Yeah. I'm probably gonna regret that. But I figured I would evaluate this not only as somebody that has been an actual mechanic, but also as somebody that plays video games, hopefully soon-ish, for a living. Okay, wow, this mouse acceleration is terrible. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's take this order. Oh, hey, the car's right here. Well, what do you need done to your car? I'm sure there's like a... Okay, so that's crouch. Wow, this thing is looking rough. Oof. Ugh. I probably should have looked at the tutorial so I could at least see what this car freaking needs. Ah, here we go. Overview. Move car. Assemble mode. Interior disassemble car status. Let's look at car status. Okay. So this car needs an air filter, 4 tires, and a fuel filter. I can do that. Cool. Let's see how... Well, that's some simple stuff. Awesome. Let's see how... I did not mean to take the door off. Oh. Oh boy. Yeah, let's put the door back on. They didn't ask for a new door. Although with all the rust in here, they probably need one. Well, no. That looks... I don't know. It's hard to evaluate on a game. is looking pretty rough. But I don't know, graphics are a thing. Don't disassemble the door again! Tablet parts, inventory, curse, normal mode, yes. Okay. Oh, okay. One to use, short click to use, long click to take off. Alright, I got you. Okay, let's move car. To the lift! Not parking. To the lift! Okay, so what did this thing need again? 4 tires, an air filter, and a fuel filter. Air intake? Oh, these little clips. How did these clips get rusty? Oh, I have to long click. Okay. Bet. Yeah, those clips can really suck when you're like trying to flip it off and then it just like pinches your finger. It's a pain in the butt. But it's overall not hard to do. Okay, there should be 2 more clips on the side. How do I just rotate this? Ah, there we go. Oh man, it would be part on mount, part mounts. Yeah. Oh, points for realism. It would be so freaking cool. Examine tools. Where's my unmount parts? Examine mode. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. Part on mount. Yeah. And the air filter. Examine mode. Okay, what else did I need? I also needed... Did it say something about a fuel filter? But yeah, it would be so much... I mean, this one doesn't have much going on the inside at all. Like, look at all the space between the air filter and the battery. Normally, the battery's, like, shoved up under the air filter. You have to take this whole stupid thing out in order to get the battery out. And it sucks! Okay, so we also need a fuel filter. Which, if it's realistic, the fuel filter should be in the fuel tank on a vehicle this new. And it needs, like, an oil change and some tires. Okay, let's set her up. I need to drain the oil anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and take her up. Put the oil filter up under it. Or put the... Not the oil filter. Move equipment. Car lifter A. Okay, so this is... If you were in an actual shop, that's not part of the suspension, but I guess technically you could make an argument that it might be part of the suspension just based solely on that it's attached to motor mounts? I don't know. But if you were in an actual shop, oil pan. Right, can I part mount examine mode? Can be examined by taking off the car. No. Okay, so it's not gonna let me take out the oil drain plug. That's weird. Alright, whatever, bet. Yeah, typically in an environment like this, you're on what's called flat rate pay, so you only get paid for the amount of time that you work. So if the book says it should take 1 hour, you get paid 1 hour, whether it takes you 1 hour or 4 hours. Okay, there's suspension. I don't see... Well, the fuel tank should be there, but it's only giving me the option for suspension. Nope, not fuel tank. There we go. Take off part. Oh, snap. I can just... Oh, dude. Well, that's pretty neat. Okay, I guess for all intents and purposes, we're going to call that good on the oil change then? I mean, it did let me drain the oil. That's, like, kind of important, but whatever. Music is bumping. Yeah. So, in a lot of Subarus, which are something that I'm not specialized in, but I have worked in quite a bit, you've got a... So the fuel tank would be like right here-ish. Right under the rear seat. And you actually like lift up the rear seat. and then you can get to it from there, but there are some complicated clips and some tiny screws, and it's kind of a pain in the neck, but it's not nearly as bad as some of the vehicles I've worked on. Okay, so rim lots. I take off your rim. Okay, so this vehicle has lug studs instead of lug nuts. Oh yeah! We're in the thick of it now, boys. I'm gonna move this back because I wasn't able to drain the oil. Yeah, wheel studs like this can really suck because they have a tendency to get stuck. I mean, I guess to be fair, if you break a wheel, or if you break a stud, some may argue that it's easier to get out than if it were a lug. I mean, either way, you still have to. Yeah, more often than not, if you were in a shop, you would be doing all of this at once instead of, say, doing one and then doing the other. Like, while the oil is draining, you might be doing the tires, and then it only takes, like, 5 minutes to do an air filter, and then, you know, you would save the fuel pump for last, unless you were, like, really good at it, or it's a Subaru Forester, and you can just... and then take out the little bolts and clips. Separate parts. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, cool. This kind of does it for you. Actually, yeah, that's largely how that machine works. Only you had like a metal bar you put in there, and you kind of like wrench it so that the tire comes off of the rim, and then you would do it for the other side as well. So points for realism there. Take it. Take it all! Oh, wait. I need tires. Okay. Grab this one. Take it. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go get a set of the cheapest tires possible. Typically, in an actual shop, you would just... 120, 120, 72. This one looks like it's 48 bucks a tire. That's a steal. Yeah, I'll have 4 of these. Thank you very much. Yeah, so typically in a... there are no items to work with. What do you mean there are no items to work with? You with U-tire. Do that thing. Okay, and while that's mounting, I'm going to run over here and get some parts. So typically, like I said before, in an actual shop, you would just tuning body, gearbox, interior shop, body shop, main shop. You would just get, you would go over to your parts guy and, hey, I need such and such parts. And they'd be like, I bet. So they would get a part here for 11 bucks and then charge the customer 40 plus $180 an hour for labor. Just hope I'm getting the right one. I also need a fuel filter. Oh, sweet. Can I actually just search for it? What if it doesn't select? Fuel filter. Fuel filter score. Yes, please. Oh, is this the one? Can I get an oil filter here as well? I can. I think it took one of the blue ones. I mean, realistically... I guess this is supposed to be like, this is Fram, this is AC Delco, this is like Walmart brand. It's probably like a high mileage one. This one's probably Motorcraft. Yeah! Now, I don't need to separate parts, I need to install. You want to install rim lots with vintage tire? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I want to do. Alright, so chances are I'm going to have to do that from the bottom. So, I'll do another tire and then see if I can just plop that airy air filter back in. Yeah. Alright. There's no sprint in this game. I can't sprint! Air intake. Okay, so part mount. Oh, yes. Ooh, like a glove. Put that clip back on. Doesn't really matter which one goes where. Okay, rotate it. It would make so many mechanics' life so much easier if you could do this IRL. You'd just be like, woohoo, that job that should have taken 4 hours took me like 5 mins. Tire changer. Take it. Take it all, baby. Yay. And while that's doing its thing, up with you. Part mounts. You. That one. Righteous. Okay, let's check on that other tire. Awesome. Wheel balance. Oh, neat. Yeah, we can totally do this thing. Okay, cool. Let's put you here. I wonder if it's actually going to make me hammer on the wheel weights. Okay, it didn't actually make me hammer on the wheel weights. Whatevs. Oh, yeah, inline fuel filter, and I took out the fuel pump. Well, that would have costed me time in a regular shop. It's probably a good thing that I'm only doing one of these as well. Take it. Take it all. Balance. Yeah, there's the fuel pump. The fuel filter should be inline on the engine if it's that canister type. Actually, in most vehicles, it's typically like somewhere around here. So you got the fuel lines that run from the tank. They run down through the bottom here. And then they'll come out there. They'll go to the fuel rail where it delivers fuel via the fuel injectors. No items to work with. Did I already do all 4 tires? Oh, neat. Okay. Let's slap some tires on this bad boy so we can set her down. When you're putting your rims on, you always want to do it in like a star pattern. And obviously always make sure that they are torqued to proper spec. But this game doesn't exactly have a torque wrench. So I guess we're just going to hammer these suckers in with our air gun and just be good. I didn't put those in a star pattern, but I don't think it's going to care. It's like most shops that I've been to. Since they're brand new tires, it doesn't... Oh, I have to hold it in for the whole time. I bet. Since they're brand new tires, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'll do the last one in a star pattern just because it's legit bothering me to do that improperly. Part mount. Mount the rim luts. Another thing that kind of makes wheel studs... Alright, actually, I'll start with this one. That makes wheel studs kind of suck over wheel... Well, the stud being built into the hub and having a lug nut. Is they have this really nasty habit when you take them off with a tire either just like sticking. Then when you break it loose, it falls on your freaking foot because it's... You know, it doesn't have the studs there to hold it. Fuel filter, not fuel pump. Gotcha. So then, if it's an inline filter like that, it should be somewhere on the engine. Or like near the engine at the very least. Oh yeah, that's looking rough. Ooh. And once again, it would be so nice if you could do that IRL. I would have been done with all of the cars in like no time. Now I've got energy, even though that has no caffeine or sugar or anything else. Blah! Mount that fuel filter, boys. There are no lines going to the fuel filter. It's just... Alright, bet. Oh, yep. Let's check the oil level. Okay, so... wouldn't let me drain the oil, but it is way low on the oil, so... But I don't see any metal shavings or anything like that in it. It looks pretty good. Alright then, drain plug. Oh, neat. Sup oil, premium motor oil. Alright, let's check it. Needs quite a bit more. Cool. Now, ideally, when you're changing your oil, you want to drain the oil and replace it with fresh. I'll give it a little bit more. Just as a thank you to the customer for coming in on this fine day. But you want to drain the oil, replace the oil filter right there, baby. Yeah! And you want to make sure that the vehicle has ran long enough to warm up and that it's sitting level so that you make sure that the oil is of the proper level. And you want to see what it is when it's warmed up, because if you put it to full on oil when it's completely cold and then you know, warm it up, you could be a quart or two over. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, tablet, settings, menu, photo mode, orders, inventory, parts notes. That's not what I... Okay, car status. Looks like everything's good. Let's finish the order. Oh, drain oil and refill with new, but you wouldn't let me drain the oil. I saw the drain plug. Whatever. Alright, let's let this sucker down and get it out of my shop. Not up. Oh, wait, does this actually... Not let it... Right there. I see it. It's right here. Where'd you go? There it is. It's right there. The oil drain plug. So if you were to take that out, the oil should drain. But it won't let me take that out. So I'm going to try something crazy here and see if it's actually going to make me drop the pan to drain the oil. If so, that'll be... That's not good. You did not drain the... Cleaning will cost you $100. You wouldn't let me freaking drain the oil! Alright, whatever. Guess I'm eating that $100 then. Whatever. Oh, now you give me the option for the drain plug, you bastard. Yeah. Warning, disclaimer. Punch the crap out of my mic. Warning, disclaimer. You should never drop an oil pan to drain the oil. Oh, look, would you look at that? It actually took out the drain plug for me. What a treat. Yeah, you should take out the oil drain plug to change the oil. Not take the pan off, because then you're going to need a whole bunch of gasket. Well, it's just a gasket, but it's still a right pain in the ass. You've also... That would also cost so much time, because normally there's... I didn't mean to take the hood off, game! Alright, take the plug off. Pour some more Earl down up in it. Give it a chickity check. Oh yeah, the new oil does look better than the old one. The color looks a little off to me, but I mean, we're not going for photorealistic oil here. I used to do this all day for a living. One would think I would be good at it. Actually, you know what? That would be good. If I can get it a little closer. Perfect. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with not having it at complete maximum. But, you know, I am a bit of a perfectionist. It screws over every facet of my life. Car status. Finish. Total payout. $931 for an oil change, a fuel filter, and an air filter? Damn, what was the Mitchell on demand for that fuel filter? Whatever. Car is complete. There is front left door window missing from the car? Fucking what? Finish order. Yeah! And now I have money. I'm trying to jump for joy, but I don't have a jump button. Hey, what kind of booze are you? So instead, I shall do the tlaypack. Da 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 hey 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 hey. I'm not gonna save it because I'm honestly probably not gonna play this or end up playing this again. So there you have it. That was Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I actually got out of that a lot more quickly than I thought I would. I figured it would take so much longer. If I had to give it a grade, for realism, it's a lot more realistic than most car games. Obviously, there are some things, like the disassembling parts doesn't take time like it should, right? But it also, I imagine it would take so long to program in. If you want to actually take this door off, you have to take the side panel off and take the door motor out. Or, well, for the window, you'd have to take the door motor out. Or, you know, you have to put the door back on by lining it up properly. You know, I wouldn't expect it to be that realistic. It would be super dope if you could actually rotate around and just, like, reach in and snatch the part you need instead of having to take off a bunch of other crap to get to it. So for realism, I'm going to give it a... You know what? I'm feeling generous. B-. Yeah, B-. That'll work. It also... It did have a few flaws. Like, when you're working on stuff, the mouse acceleration is absolute garbage. Just straight up garbanzo beans. It also would not let me take out the oil drain plug in order to drain the oil, which, not ideal. Cost me an extra $100 because I had to clean up my shop, which, you know, in reality, you'd be doing that yourself, and because of flat rate pay, you'd be doing it for free. So that's not ideal. It did feel a bit tedious, like it felt a lot like I was not necessarily actually working on a car, but it felt like it was as close as they can realistically put in video game form, so I guess points for that. The menu systems are a little bit wonky, though. They're a little bit weird, and I guess they served their purpose, but they were a little bit difficult for me to navigate through. So overall, I think, having been a former mechanic with several certifications and a degree in car, I'm gonna call it a C+. So at least that's passing. And I really wish it were that easy in real life, because in real life you don't have to worry about 16-hour days and back pain. But that's gonna be the end. Wow, my voice really cracked there. Hold on. That's gonna be the end of this episode. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any future content like this. Also, be sure to comment, be sure to share, be sure to do all that other cool stuff. The more interaction that I get on the one-off videos like this, the more likely I am to play them and kind of make a series out of them. I think I'm going to try something new if I can fit the time in with my busy work schedule, where I just like try to play some of the rando games in my Steam and Epic and Game Pass libraries that I haven't yet played. And, you know, maybe I'll do like an episode, and if I really like it, or if it gets enough interaction, I'll turn it into a series. Who knows? If you disliked it, tell me why. Constructive criticism is always welcome. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas for future videos, just want to hang out, whatever, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you each and every person that watched this, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!